struggling with anxiety?
Yeah, I've had anxiety my whole life, really. And, you know, I feel like I have two parts of my personality, but one takes over.
Ryan Reynolds turned 50 this year. He has played a superhero in 4 Deadpool films, owns one of the most successful spirits brands in the world, runs a Premier League football club, and still has the body that made every man in the cinema quietly reassess his diet on the way home. His trainer Don Saladino has worked with him across every major film transformation and has described his approach as the most disciplined client he has ever trained. And the reason he looks the way he does at 50 has almost nothing to do with genetics. It has everything to do with the 5 foods he cut and the system he built around the ones he kept. Here's what we're breaking down today. 5 foods Ryan Reynolds never eats. What he eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. His exact weekly training routine. The mindset that built a superhero body at 50. And 4 health rules specifically for people over 50. Stay with us because food number 4 is the one that almost every man over 50 is still consuming daily without realizing what it is doing to his body. Drop a comment right now. Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine? Tell us how old you are and whether you're still training, and stay until the end, because his trainer Don Saladino revealed one dietary principle about Ryan that changes the way you think about eating for performance, rather than just appearance. Before we get into the foods, we built something for men who take their health as seriously as Ryan Reynolds takes his. Our private 50+ Brotherhood is a community exclusively for men over 50 who refuse to accept that decline is inevitable. Inside our private 50+ Brotherhood, you'll get joint-friendly strength training designed specifically for men over 50, a simple nutrition system that supports hormones and steady energy, mobility and recovery routines, daily accountability with disciplined men your age, built-in progress tracking so you stay consistent, direct coaching from certified trainers with over a decade of experience training men 50+, but more than that, you'll be surrounded by like-minded men who refuse to drift. If you're serious about rebuilding strength, confidence, and control over your health, there's a link in the description where you can join. If this speaks to you, don't wait. Join today. Now let's get into the 5 foods Ryan Reynolds eats every single day. 5 foods Ryan Reynolds eats for longevity. Food 1. Lean protein. Don Saladino has been specific in interviews about the nutritional foundation of Ryan's diet, and it is built entirely around protein at every meal. Grilled chicken breast, salmon, white fish, and egg whites appear at breakfast, lunch, and dinner without exception. The reasoning is physiological rather than aesthetic. Protein is the primary driver of muscle protein synthesis, the process that maintains and builds lean muscle mass, and research consistently shows that men over 50 require significantly more protein per kilogram of body weight than younger men to produce the same synthetic response. Ryan eats protein first at every meal. Everything else fills the gaps around it, and the second food is what keeps his energy consistent across 18-hour filming days. Food 2. Oatmeal and complex carbs. Ryan Reynolds has described oatmeal as a daily morning staple alongside his protein sources, providing the slow-release complex carbohydrates that keep blood sugar stable across the morning without the insulin spike that refined carbohydrates produce. His trainer has emphasized that carbohydrates are not avoided in his program, and that the timing and source of carbohydrates matter far more than their presence or absence in the diet. Oatmeal, brown rice, sweet potatoes, and quinoa appear consistently in his nutritional approach, always paired with protein, always front-loaded into the earlier part of the day when the body can most efficiently utilize them. The third food is what his trainer says is the most underrated part of his diet. Food 3. Avocado and healthy fats. Ryan Reynolds eats avocado consistently, and his trainer has described healthy fat intake as a non-negotiable part of any performance nutrition program for men over 40. Avocado provides monounsaturated fat that directly supports testosterone production, the hormone whose natural decline after 50 drives the muscle loss, energy decline, and body composition changes most men experience. It also delivers potassium, fiber, and the fat-soluble vehicles needed to absorb vitamins A, D, E, and K, all essential for bone density, immune function, and hormonal health. For a man who requires his body to perform at film-level physical output across months of production, healthy fat is not optional, it is structural. The fourth food is one most men would not associate with a superhero's diet. Food 4. Green vegetables. Ryan Reynolds has described his diet as plant-heavy, and Don Saladino's approach consistently includes a high volume of leafy greens and cruciferous vegetables at every meal. Spinach, broccoli, kale, asparagus, and mixed salad greens appear daily without exception. The antioxidant and anti-inflammatory load in a high-green vegetable diet directly counteracts the oxidative stress that high-intensity training produces, reduces the systemic inflammation that accelerates joint degradation and cardiovascular decline, and provides the micronutrient density that supports every hormonal and metabolic process the body runs. Ryan does not treat vegetables as an afterthought, they are as present on his plate as the protein. The fifth food is the one his trainer says he never compromises on regardless of schedule. Food 5, protein shakes and supplementation. Ryan Reynolds uses protein shakes consistently to maintain his daily protein targets across busy filming and business schedules when whole food preparation is not practical. His trainer Don Saladino has described clean supplementation as a tool for filling the gaps that real life creates in an otherwise whole food diet, not as a replacement for it. A whey or plant-based protein shake immediately after training delivers the fast amino acids that muscle protein synthesis requires in the post-workout window, when the muscles are most receptive to nutritional input. Ryan also uses creatine monohydrate for strength and recovery support, which Saladino has specifically mentioned as one of the most evidence-based supplements available to any man over 40 trying to maintain muscle mass and performance. Ryan Reynolds eats for breakfast, lunch, and dinner breakfast. Ryan Reynolds wakes up early and eats his first meal after a morning workout. Scrambled egg whites or a whole egg and egg white combination, oatmeal with berries and a drizzle of honey, and a green smoothie or protein shake alongside. He has described keeping breakfast high in protein and complex carbohydrates to support recovery from morning training and to maintain energy through the first hours of a demanding workday. No skipping breakfast, no liquid-only start. Real food, real protein, real fuel. Lunch. Grilled chicken or salmon over a large bed of leafy greens with quinoa or sweet potato, dressed with olive oil and lemon. Don Saladino has described Ryan's lunches as consistently built around the same framework, regardless of location, with the protein source rotating but the vegetables and complex carbohydrate always present. On set, his meal preparation is handled to ensure consistency. In his personal life, he has described prioritizing the same simplicity, believing that repeatable healthy meals outperform elaborate healthy meals every time because consistency is the actual variable that determines results. Dinner. Lean protein with roasted vegetables and a smaller portion of complex carbohydrates than lunch, eaten early in the evening. Ryan follows the principle that his evening meal should be his lightest main meal, supporting overnight recovery rather than overloading digestion before sleep. He has described cutting his eating window off at a reasonable hour to allow the body its full overnight recovery window, which at 50 becomes increasingly important for growth hormone release, muscle repair, and hormonal regulation. 5 foods Ryan Reynolds never eats. Food 1. Refined sugar. Completely absent from Ryan's diet during preparation periods and maintained at near zero outside them. Don Saladino has been explicit that refined sugar is the dietary enemy of body composition and performance for any man over 40, driving the insulin resistance that promotes abdominal fat, the inflammatory processes that degrade joints, and the hormonal disruption that makes testosterone decline faster than it otherwise would. Ryan gets natural sweetness from fruit, berries, and occasional dark chocolate. Refined sugar has no category in his system. Food 2. Fast food and processed meals. Ryan Reynolds does not eat fast food. His trainer has described the nutritional environment they build around Ryan as one of whole foods and clean preparation. And fast food is incompatible with that environment at any level. Fast food is engineered to override satiety signals, delivers excess sodium, refined oils, and hidden sugars in combinations the body cannot efficiently process, and creates the chronic low-grade inflammation that accelerates every aging process his training is designed to counter. For a man who needs to maintain a specific body composition on camera, a single fast food meal disrupts the consistency that produces visible results. But before we get to food number 3, something every man over 50 watching this needs to hear. After 50, testosterone drops by 1 to 2% every year, meaning lower energy, slower recovery, less muscle, and less drive. Whether you're training or not, most men just accept it. We didn't. We created Test Supreme specifically for men over 50, doctor-formulated with clinically supported ingredients to naturally restore testosterone, improve vitality, and help your body recover the way it used to. No fillers, no weak doses, just results. Our current batch is moving fast, so click the link below to grab yours. Now back to the third food Ryan avoids. Food 3. Alcohol. Ryan Reynolds owns Aviation Gin. He also rarely drinks it. He has spoken publicly about his complicated relationship with alcohol, describing anxiety as a driver of early drinking habits and his decision to significantly reduce and mostly eliminate alcohol as one of the most important health decisions of his adult life. For men over 50, alcohol suppresses testosterone directly, disrupts the deep sleep that drives overnight hormonal recovery, dehydrates every tissue in the body, and promotes the systemic inflammation that degrades cardiovascular health and physical performance. Ryan's public acknowledgement that he mostly avoids the product he sells is one of the more honest statements any celebrity has made about diet and health. Food for white bread, pasta, and refined carbohydrates, completely replaced with whole food complex carbohydrate sources. Don Saladino has described the carbohydrate quality in Ryan's diet as one of the most important variables in maintaining his body composition year-round rather than only during film preparation. Refined carbohydrates digest rapidly, spike blood sugar, promote fat storage in the abdominal region, and deliver almost no nutritional value alongside the energy. Ryan eats the same total amount of carbohydrates as many men his age. The difference is entirely in the source. Sweet potato and oatmeal versus white bread and pasta is the difference between stable energy and a blood sugar roller coaster. Food 5, processed snack food, chips, cookies, packaged bars, crackers, and anything engineered to be consumed mindlessly. Ryan's snacking is strategic rather than habitual. Almonds, fruit, Greek yogurt, and protein shakes fill the gaps between meals when something is genuinely needed. Processed snacks are specifically absent because they create the conditions for uncontrolled caloric consumption that undermines every other disciplined decision in the day. Don Saladino has described environment as one of the most important variables in nutrition, and Ryan's environment does not contain the foods that derail his system. Ryan Reynolds' weekly training routine: Monday, chest and triceps. Bench press, 4 sets times 6 to 8 reps. Incline dumbbell press, 3 sets times 8 to 10 reps. Cable fly, 3 sets times 12 reps. Tricep pushdown, 3 sets times 12 reps. Skull crushers, 3 sets times 10 reps. Push-up finisher, 2 sets times max reps. Tuesday, back and biceps. Deadlift, 4 sets times 5 reps. Weighted pull-ups, 4 sets times 8 reps. Bent over barbell row, 3 sets times 8 reps. Seated cable row, 3 sets times 10 reps. Hammer curl, 3 sets times 12 reps each arm. Easy bar curl, 3 sets times 10 reps. Wednesday, legs and core. Back squat, 4 sets times 6 to 8 reps. Romanian deadlift, 3 sets times 10 reps. Leg press, 3 sets times 12 reps. Walking lunges, 3 sets times 12 reps each leg. Plank, 3 times 60 seconds. Hanging leg raise, 3 sets times 15 reps. Cable rotation, 3 sets times 15 reps each side. Thursday, shoulders and arms. Overhead press, 4 sets times 8 reps. Lateral raise, 3 sets times 15 reps. Rear delt fly, 3 sets times 15 reps. Barbell curl, 3 sets times 10 reps. Overhead tricep extension, 3 sets times 12 reps. Friday, full body and conditioning. Power clean, 4 sets times 5 reps. Dumbbell thruster, 3 sets times 10 reps. Battle rope, 5 rounds times 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off. Box jump, 3 sets times 8 reps. Farmer's carry, 3 sets times 30 meters. Sled push, 4 rounds times 20 meters. Saturday, cardio and mobility, outdoor run or cycling, 40 to 60 minutes moderate intensity. Full body yoga or mobility flow, 30 minutes. Foam rolling, 15 minutes. Sunday, rest, complete rest and recovery, treated as a non-negotiable component of the program rather than an afterthought. 4 rules Rand Reynolds lives by. 1. 70% diet, 30% training. His own words, repeated consistently across multiple interviews: the body he carries is built in the kitchen before it is built in the gym, and the men who refuse to accept this are the ones who spend years training without visible results. 2. Train for function, not appearance. Don Saladino has described the goal of every program he builds for Ryan as making him stronger and more resilient, with the physique as a consequence rather than an objective. Men who train for appearance plateau, men who train for function keep improving. 3. Consistency over perfection. Ryan does not have perfect training days or perfect eating days. He has consistent ones, and he has maintained that consistency across 2 decades. The compound effect of consistent imperfect effort over years produces outcomes that perfect effort over months never matches. 4. Sleep is the most important recovery tool available. Ryan has described sleep as the one non-negotiable in his program, protecting his sleep window as aggressively as his training sessions. For men over 50, deep sleep is when growth hormone is released, testosterone is regulated, cortisol is cleared, and muscle protein synthesis peaks. The training and nutrition only work if the sleep is protected. If you found this information helpful, we have fantastic news for you. We're thrilled to announce that our requested ebook 8-Minute Fitness at 50+ is now here. With over 1,000 5-star reviews from men just like you, this comprehensive fitness guide is especially curated for individuals over the age of 50 who are committed to leading a healthy and active lifestyle. Thank you for watching.